Dude, okay. So this fucking okay. My other bet this week, I had, $10 like you talking about, $10 on Askren across, just straight across to win. And then also I dug a little deeper on these things and realized that the odds for Ben Askren to finish in any round, like throughout the round. So like a round one finish is plus 3,000, round three, 2,500, round four, 3,300, round six, 5,000, round seven, 6,500, and round eight was 10,000 to one.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through.
When you say finish, to knock him out, to win,
to end the fight in whatever round.
Yeah.
So whether it was TKO, whether it was,
but him winning,
Ben Askren winning, yes. So I put $10 on Ben Askren winning, and then across the board in all of those rounds, I put $1 to $2 down each round, just something easy. Because I mean, if Ben Askren would have finished in the eighth round, that $1 would have paid $100. You know what I'm saying? So I was just throwing those across the board, and I was like, it's foolproof. I can't lose. He wins. If Ben Askren wins, then I'm fucking the champion of the goddamn world. And of course, and I don't. Yeah, of course. I don't understand how this happened. How were we sold that this was even possibly I have all kinds of theories here, but how were we sold that this was going to actually be a fight and not what it ended up being? Whenever Ben Askren got into the ring, he looked like a dad who had just been woken up in the middle of the night. Do you know, he had, as soon as he stepped into the ring, he looked like a dad who was on his way to the fridge to get a snack. And they were like, hey, you want to box in front of 100 million people really quick for fucking $1 million? And he's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. He's like, oh, who gives a fuck?
I mean, the fact that he got knocked out with a 1-2, like a 1-2, the first combination a child learns.
Yeah.
Overhand right. It's the easiest thing to avoid in boxing. It made me think, like, did this fool spar for a second?
And even whenever he was sparring, I looked at the sparring video and I was like, he punches like a baby. And then I was like,
the slowest arms. And
but why was I still like, yeah, but he's got fighting experience. Why? You know why were we sold this?
We all know that. Well, we don't know, but from what we've been told by stronger men, is that fight cardio is different from workout cardio. And so everybody was expecting, because Jake Paul, this was his first time fighting somebody who knew what it was like to be in the ring for a long time, or the octagon or whatever. So the fact that, like, everybody thought he would tucker him out and then just Homer Simpson him, just like Jake Paul would come out trying to knock him out in the first, second, and by the third he would be winded, and then Ben Askren can baby punch him to death. That's what I thought was going to happen. That was 100% what I thought was going to happen. And
I thought, did you see you see videos that people keep, because dude, I'm on the this fight was rigged team right now, dude.
I think, okay, go ahead.
I mean, you see the videos online that everyone's sharing of, like, this is what Ben Askren actually is capable of. And it's a video of a dude basically fucking hammer fisting him 1,000 times in a row in a UFC fight when he's on the ground. And then he ends up winning that fight.
I don't think it was rigged, but I think it was fixed, in the sense that Ben Askren got.
What do you think? There's the same thing. I don't think it was rigged, but I don't think it was fixed. No, I don't think she's fat, but I think she's big boned. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying I don't think it was predetermined. I don't think there was an arrangement. I don't think anybody was let in on this information. What I think happened was Ben signed a fat ass contract. He got a flash knockdown. That's what you call flash knockdown, when you get somebody right in the button and you knock them down and then they stand right, because he was up. I know he's a little wobbly, but
he couldn't continue right there. From the optics of the whole thing was I've seen a few different angles of it. There's no way he could continue. He wasn't stable. He looked like he was at a fucking DUI checkpoint about to go to jail.
What I think happened is, I think he got a free pass. He got flashed down. He knocked down. He touched that canvas and he goes, you know what? This paycheck is the same motherfucking paycheck, whether I stand up and keep fighting, or if I just kind of stumble and I can walk away. I think it was rigged in the moment. I don't think Ben Askren for 1 second thought, walking in there, that he was just going to give up. But when he given that opportunity, he's like, what the fuck do I care? I'm not a boxer. I don't give a shit. This is not nearly as humiliating as the Jorge Masvidal thing. So he's already well equipped to deal with humiliation, and $1 million will put a Band-Aid over that humiliation pretty damn quick and heal it up nicely. So I think he was just like, you know what? Fuck it. What do I care? A couple million people are going to make fun of me for a week. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Nothing was as embarrassing as that entire fucking event. Triller can suck my fucking dick. I cannot. They fucking stink. Snoop Dogg stinks. Everything about him is lame. He's not funny. And like, listen, nothing he said was funny. And everybody's like, oh, Pete Davidson was really going into Jake Paul's ass. And no, he wasn't. There was nothing fun going on. It was just a bunch of high old men and Pete Davidson.
Who was that old boxing announcer that was on there?
I don't know. Was it Joe Tess? I don't know.
No, but there was some guy where I don't know. Pete Davidson I thought was funny whenever he was backstage, kind of just talking shit to Jake Paul directly in his face. But then he was like blowing smoke in this old man's face on the thing. It's like,
yeah. And like
Pete Davidson's a shithead.
You know, Ben Askren's fighting like the 1940s. That's how they fought in the 40s. It's like, no, motherfucker, that was Muay Thai defense, which was still wrong. But no, the old people, they used to fight with their fists out like this. And Ben Askren was doing the motorcycle bucket bars. And
what? I just can't get over how bad Ben Askren looked.
I can't get over that whole event. It looked like a Saudi prince billionaire threw like an American
like a birthday party. Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like he was like, this is how they do it in America. He got like the Black Keys, which are the Black Keys opened it with a 20-minute set. First of all, 20-minute set. Are you insane? Who has this time? And the Black Keys, first of all, they're the best example of a bad band with a good record collection. Like they stink, but they like good music. And so they just steal from like Junior Kimbrough and all these people and they just make bullshit music. Justin Bieber's essentially in blackface on stage. Like he was just missing the paint. Like I was just watching him sing and I was like, this is the most embarrassing. Why is it okay for this Canadian snowbird to come down here and just steal this culture in the most embarrassing way possible? I didn't even know that he sang that I Get My Weed in California song, but it makes perfect sense because every like arrhythmic dumb IG ho dances to that song. And it was like, oh, this makes sense because that's kind of what Justin Bieber represents, is these dumb plastic surgery disasters who like twerk out of rhythm to like this shit music. And then you got like the like slap boxing, and it was like Ric Flair. What did you get?
Yeah, what was I was going back and forth on that because I was so annoyed by the event itself that I just put on the Dodgers game for a while, and then Tyler was like, why are they slap boxing? And then I thought it was like two guys boxing badly, but then it was like Action Bronson versus Action Bronson slapping the shit out of each other. What was that about?
Yeah, but man, you got to understand, like if I want to watch shitty fighters fight, I'm watching Street Beefs. I'm not watching a $10 billion production for shitty fighting. Just give me a dirt circle with some spray paint on the walls. Like Street Beefs is so much better than Trillers. Because at least when like Street Beefs, it's like people who have some shit, like they have nothing to lose. They're on the fucking edge of society. It's like a flat earth thing. They're just looking down to space, like about to fall into the ether. And they're fighting for like $100, but $100 will change. Ben Askren and Jake Paul's lives were not changed by that fight. I know that Ben Askren got a good paycheck, but he's already owns like 9 wrestling gyms. He's doing fine. But when Street Beefs, when fucking Baby Hulk knocks out somebody, Baby Hulk's life is, when you put $100 in Baby Hulk's hands, his life is changed. So it's like a little more like, it feels more real. So just it's next, and Tiafimo is on. He's being promoted by Triller. I'm not watching Tiafimo's next fight. He's the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and I already know what they're gonna do. They already got Evander Holyfield fighting Kevin McBride on the undercard, which is a little bit better, but still, I'm done with the old men. Who is watching these events and being like, man, that was awesome. That was really cool. These Triller events. It was embarrassing, dude. It was a disgrace to entertainment. I can't believe people paid $50. I pirated it and I want a refund.
Yeah, I pirated it too. Were you on the website that was playing music over the musical performances?
Yeah, there was they were playing
Darude.
Huh?
They were playing Darude, the
yeah. Okay, also we're playing like Spice Girls. And, like you would see some like hoe I don't recognize who's like famous now, like grinding on a pole, and it would be like, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what you want.
Yeah, at first I thought that was like some weird performance art shit, and then I was like, oh, they're trolling right now. This is good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna watch. I'm done, dude. I'm not gonna watch the Tiafimo fight. Like. And let me top this off, this whole Triller fucking thing. ESPN has a contract with Top Rank Boxing. Top Rank Boxing has Bud Crawford, Tyson Fury, Lomachenko. I'd have to look it up, but they have a great roster of fighters. They have champions. They have undisputed champions. And ESPN, who's contractually obligated through a multi-$100 million deal with Bob Arum to promote Top Rank. A writer for ESPN has the nerve to go on ESPN's website and write an article about how Triller missed the mark with their event because they focused on the sideshow too much, but they have ideas that could eventually save boxing. I almost took a hammer to my computer when I read that, because it's like, no. Okay, what's killing boxing right now in ratings as far as combat sports? UFC. UFC doesn't do any of that shit. All they do is make the fights. You just have to make the fights. You don't have to have people drinking Cavassier and smoking blunts who don't know anything about boxing, rambling over a shitty fight. That's not going to save boxing. Get Errol.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't understand why there had to be so much other than boxing going on.
Because, and like, that's fine. If it's not a boxing event, it's not a boxing event. But the fact that they're using this as a way to get in, they're slowly signing champions. That's why it bothers me. I don't mind a circus freak show, whatever. If it's not for me, it's not for me. I don't care. But the fact that they're starting to scoop up legitimate contenders and legitimate champions is the reason why it fucking irks me. Just make the fights. Here's how you solve boxing. You get rid of 7 weight classes. You get it down to 12 weight classes only. You get rid of all the belts except for one. One belt, 12 weight classes, one promotion company, make the fights. That's all. And then boxing will regain. It'll be at least neck and neck with UFC. That's all you have. You don't have to have Justin Bieber involved. You really don't. That shit looked like it was like the halftime show for the Alamo. What is that? The Arena Bowl? Like that.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like it was like an Arena Bowl halftime show. It was.
Yeah. I mean, I think what boxing really needs is just to be centralized the way that MMA is.
They need a communist takeover. They need a centralized government.
Well, they need just a box, like they just need Pro Boxing Live, something like that, where it's like
Dana White.
Yeah, basically they need a Dana Black.
But that ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But I can tell you one thing: Triller does not have the ideas to save boxing. They have the ideas to kill it, to turn it into a complete embarrassing freak show.